In this video, we're going to go over an overview of the steps of computer forensics. We will cover each of these steps more in depth in subsequent videos. The first step is identification and acquisition. So there are many things that can help us in the identification process with computer forensics, such as events that occur within an organization or crimes that happen with a computer that we've detected, or resolving signatures like of a virus or something that has compromised our machines, or profile detections or anomalous detections, in other words, anomalies that happen beyond the normal bounds of what we'd expect, or complaints issued by our employees or our clients, or system monitoring can notify us of specific behaviors, or we did an audit or had people come and do an audit and they found something to be unusual. So after we've identified something that we might need to do computer forensics on, we need to preserve this information. And this involves case management to ensure that our evidence is not tampered with. It involves imaging technologies, which means we're going to take the device and its entirety of its contents and store it on a separate image so that we're not actually working with the original device. A chain of custody is going to put into place to ensure that every device, every piece of evidence has documentation of where it was stored, who handled it throughout the entire process. And we need to have time synchronization to ensure that when others are working on the same case as us, even though we're working in different time zones, we are documenting every step down to the minute. So the next step is the collection and documentation. So we've used these imaging technologies to be able to get the images, and then we're going to use the approved methods, software, and hardware to extract the information off of these images that we need. And we are going to document all this. We're going to document the authority that we have. We're going to make sure that we use lossless compressions so that the information isn't changed and that we're able to restore it back to its original state. We'll use sampling, data reduction, and recovery techniques to be able to get the data. Once we've got the data, we go through the extraction and examination process where we're going to look at traceability, and we're going to follow certain validation and filtering techniques. We'll look at patterns to see if there's anything that we are able to discover in the actual data. We'll use Steg analysis to look into hidden data and discover that, as well as extract the data that's inside these hidden files, etc. After that, we'll conduct our analysis and interpretation. So we will look at statistical tools, do some data mining, build out a timeline to give us a good detail of how the event started and how they led up to where we're at right now. These three pieces are typically grouped together as analysis. And then the final step is presentation, where if we're not the expert, we can bring in an expert to help testify to the jury. We're also going to recommend countermeasures that could prevent this from happening in the future, as well as any other interpretations that come from our analysis. We are going to present that to the company or the jury that needs to make a decision. Thanks for watching my video. Feel free to click the links here to watch the next video of the playlist, continue to the next playlist, or subscribe.